who's hot and who's not. So first off, for your hot guy, who you got this week?
My hot guy, man. I got Rafael Devers on the Boston Red Sox. I mean, we Boston's offense has been sick. Like they're the top in the American League right now, and he's a big reason why. The last 7 games, he's hit 304, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. He almost had another homer yesterday that was robbed by Adam Eaton. So he's been hot, man. And it kind of has covered up his defense because he hasn't been great defensively. But I think
Hmm.
they're okay with that if he's going to be hitting above 300 with that much power. So that's who I got going.
I passed on in fantasy. I'm kind of disappointed I did.
Did you? I picked him in my team. So
No, I went
yeah,
George Springer over him, and that was just like a
did you?
massive mistake. But regardless, he's killing it. My
Yeah.
guy, former Met, and here with me in LA, Justin Turner. Last 7 days, batting 450, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, batting 426 as a whole. He's like also
Wow.
like 36 years old or something like that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he's like 36, 37, whatever he is.
I mean, I
That's
feel like
nuts.
when they re-signed him, it was kind of like oh, like this is a nice, like this is like a luxury to have, keeping a guy like this, like clubhouse guy. Like
Yeah.
probably didn't expect it to be this good.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I doubt Justin Turner even expected to be this good. If you ask him, he would say he would, but he's like, yeah, he's arguably been the best player on LA this season, and he's like one of the oldest on the roster, so kind of
Yeah, no,
crazy.
he's like the core of that team. I feel like just
Yeah,
consistently.
yeah. I mean, like the Brewers almost signed him this year. Like they said they gave him an offer. There was no way he was leaving LA.
No, no, why would you? I mean,
No.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, well, he could have been in a lineup with like Yelich, Kane, all those guys, but it wouldn't have been the same.
Stay in LA, man.
Yeah.
Who you got for your slumping guy?
Yeah, my slumping guy. There's a lot of guys to choose from on the Yankees, but I'm going to go with someone
Right.
specific. I'm going with my boy Aaron Hicks. He's been horrible, absolutely atrocious. Hitting 174, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, 516 OPS. He's 8 for 46 on the season. His last 7 games, he's hitting 211 with 1 run, no homers, no RBIs. He's been actually better hitting from the right side than the left side, but obviously he doesn't have as many at bats from the right side, so that's why his numbers
Yeah.
look so shitty. I think out of his 8 hits, I think like 6 of them are from the right side or something like that. So when he's up lefty, he's really been terrible. But
These are like the numbers he put up in Minnesota before he went to you guys, where he was like just good
yeah,
at fielding, but like couldn't hit a lick.
it's weird because like he has been great for us hitting wise since he
Yeah.
came over. Way better than I think we even thought he would be.
Oh yeah.
And well, speaking of good defensively, when I was watching the game earlier today, he made 2 horrible errors in center field. That was even worse. That's why I have him on here also.
4 star for Aaron. Damn.
Listen, Hicksy needs to just step it up. The whole Yankees team does, and they have Hicks hitting third too because he's like a switch hitter. We have a lot of the righties, so that doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah. No,
Who do you
that
got? Who do you
sucks.
got for yours though? I mean,
I
I don't know if it's
got
going to be as bad
well.
as me, but
I mean, I mentioned McNeil already, so I'll go with a different guy.
okay.
I could have gone with Conforto, I guess too. It's been awful.
Yeah, he has been. Yeah,
I'll go with Jock Peterson. His last 7 games, 2 for 19,
fuck.
no homers, no RBIs. I feel like they thought they were gonna pretty solid guy from LA, and like the only reason LA was gonna keep him because they didn't have a spot for him and they were tight on
Right.
the cap. But no, he's been awful.
I didn't really know he was that bad. I know the Cubs haven't been good, so you can kind
Yeah.
of assume
No, the
that.
whole lineup's been like really bad.
Um, But yeah, like he was the guy I'm pretty sure who had like the best spring training out of anybody in the league. Jock did, right? And then like he's just been this bad now. So
Guess it just doesn't correlate.
no, I guess not. I mean, because we've talked about too how Cubs guys could get shipped out at the deadline. If he's playing this bad, why would any team even want him?
No.
Unfortunately, so
Yeah, I don't think he's on too long a deal, so maybe
I think it was
if
a 1 year
it's
deal. Yeah,
1 year deal. Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, Jock is such a great guy too. I think everybody hopes that he kind of steps it up. So
Oh yeah. And we got a few guys this week who will talk about if their performance so far is what it seems or not what it seems. Is it a fluke? So first, your man Mercedes on the White Sox, leading MLB in batting average and he's second in OPS. Is he what he seems?
I think so. I like the story, so I'm gonna say yeah, he's what it seems. First 8 at bats, 8 hits. So that was kind of nuts. Against like some solid pitching too in Anaheim. Like I think against Otani, he might have even had a hit too that weekend. Yeah, he's been kind of getting this opportunity too because of the injury. Eloy Jimenez on the White Sox. I
Right,
fucking hate
right.
him, but that's the only reason why he's even got this chance. So yeah, I'm gonna say that's what it seems though. He's built like a tank, so he's a big guy and he's got the power too, obviously with the OPS.
I'm gonna say no. No, because like I think he could very well just keep being like a solid player, but I feel like he still has so few at bats in the majors. I feel like pitchers are gonna figure him out.
Yeah. I mean, you could see maybe halfway through the year his numbers dip a little, maybe because that does happen. I feel like with some guys, sometimes when they come up and do like amazing out of nowhere, they get figured out like that.
I could be
So
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if it's what he has is sustainable. Next guy, Jazz Chisholm Jr. on the Marlins, batting 324, three homers, six RBIs, 1.161 OPS. I mean, we were talking about it beforehand. This was the guy that Derek Jeter went out and got
yeah,
for that gallon, and he's
who's
been,
been awesome too. So
yeah, no, it's been a pretty
yeah,
fair deal so far. But I
yeah.
don't. I guess they knew something we didn't because he's been killing it.
Yeah, he's been awesome. I mean, he has so much flair too. If you watch him, like he's got that blue hair right now too, which like,
He fits
I mean,
perfect in Miami. I feel
oh
like that's
yeah,
his setting.
yeah. I mean, you can tell he's getting along with like the veteran, like Latino players a lot too. Like Jesus Aguilar is looking like a big mentor for him, or Miggy Rojas, the captain of the Marlins, pretty much. And it's funny too because like Jazz is a shortstop, but he's playing second most of the time in Miami right now. And because like Miggy plays short, but they're kind of
Right.
grooming Jazz to be like the shortstop of the future. To me, it looks like he's a beast. He runs with flair. He makes great defensive plays. He's even shown some power, like we talked about last week. One of his homers was off the ground.
Hit a freaking nuke off the ground. It's like the
So
second jack of City Field.
yeah, I think it's what it seems. This kid just seems like he has it all. And I've heard his expectations of himself too. He literally says that he's playing because he wants to be in the Hall of Fame. So he's got high expectations of himself, which is always a good thing.
I think he's legit. Yeah.
You do too.
For I just kind of get the feeling. I don't have any like thing to back that up. It just he seems like yeah. I like the confidence. I like him just coming out of nowhere.
Miami looks okay, dude. Like they're right behind you guys in the standings right now, ahead of
That whole
Atlanta,
division is
Philly,
like
and DC.
just jam packed.
Yeah.
I thought they would
Again,
be around the 500 team, like maybe a little under.
yeah. I mean, I predicted every team in that division to be above 500.
Right.
I picked the Marlins to end in last, but I picked them to be 82 and 80. So I think
And they're
but
still missing Sanchez too.
they are, which yeah, because they were gonna like leave him down in the beginning anyway, and then I think he got hurt or something.
I
So
think
now
so.
I don't even think he's throwing, which sucks. Because like they've been that good with Sandy and Pablo Lopez. Like
Yeah.
imagine if Sixto was up too. I mean, they might even be ahead of you guys if that was the case. So
Yeah, no, they're not fun to play against. I don't like them.
no,
Our last guy, much older than your men and Jazz,
yeah.
Mad Bum, Madison Bumgarner, since the start of 2020. So we have a bigger sample size here then. 8.84 ERA, 1.8 WHIP, and his fastball velocity is way down. So, is this what it seems? Is this who Mad Bum is?
And I hate to say it, but yes, I think this is just going to be what it is from now on. Obviously, we've seen guys change when their velocity diminishes. Guys like CC, Granke, they've learned how to pitch better. An ERA above 8, I mean, give me a break. That's not good. It's almost like impossible if you think about it. Like I know 2020 was a shortened season and he's only had 3 starts this year, but he would have to change it around a lot to get people to think that he's actually the guy he used to be.
I hope it's not. I hope it's this. This is just an aberration. But I don't know, man. He's also. I just looked it up. He's only 31. I would have thought he was definitely older than that. So I don't know why he's
31.
dropped off this much.
It's funny though. Like the one thing you could pin it on is the amount of postseason innings he pitched.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
you remember back in the day, he was all for it and great for him because he's a hero in San Francisco and he always will be. But that literally could have fucked his whole career over.